So it's been about 10 days, as of the time I'm recording this, that Mario & Luigi Brothership released. I'm still not done with the game. I'm like, I would say 80-ish% done with the game. So I thought I might as well already start making a video about it. I mean, these are things I could talk about without having to finish the game, but there still might be some spoilers. So, if you haven't finished the game yourself, maybe don't watch this. Or maybe you just don't care about spoilers, and in that case, continue watching if you want. This video is just kind of talking about my opinions about the game, mostly negative opinions, I will say, because there are a lot of cons about the game, I'll be honest. I mean, there are some pros that I definitely do like, and I will be going over those, but there are a couple more negative things I do have to say about the game. So with that being said, I will start off with the pros of the game, since there are less that I really wanted to mention in this video. I'll start off with something basic that I'm sure you've heard before about the game, and it's just praising the animations, because they're really expressive, I would say very well done, and they just make the game feel a lot better, and I think they did a great job with making the animations. A nice detail they did add is, since you have to go to many islands in the game, each time they do a cutscene where, you get launched to the island from a cannon, and they're usually the same, just with the island looking different, usually the same animation, but Mario always sticks the landing in those, launching to the island animations, but at the beginning, Luigi doesn't. Luigi just kind of face plants to the ground for the beginning of it, and but the more that the animations happen, the more islands you go to, the more it progresses, the more Luigi sticks the landing, and eventually he sticks the landing just like Mario does. It's a nice detail, and it's subtle too, which doesn't really affect the game at all, but it's just a nice thing, kind of a little bit of character development you could say for Luigi. It's just a nice detail as you can see progress in the game as you play. Another aspect of the game I really like is just the overall style. It's cool seeing everyone have outlines. I've never really seen that in a Nintendo game. It's a fun thing that some games will do, just give everything a cool 2D outline kind of style. The game isn't really cell shaded or anything. It's not really meant to look 2D, or it's not really toon shaded, but just the outline is just a nice detail. It kind of fits the Mario & Luigi style. It's nice seeing them transition it into 3D and trying to still make it look like Mario & Luigi. Stick with all the styles that they used to have when it was still pixel art. Another pro is the music. I mean, all these pros I've really been listing have probably already previously been said by other people, and they're kind of simple. But I mean, it's just stuff it's the small things I appreciate from this game. And the music is definitely one of those things, because it's pretty good. I enjoy it, and also, Shipshape's Island sounds like it's straight out of Pokemon Sun and Moon. I don't know why I think that, but every time I hear it, I just think of that game. I hope I'm not the only one, because every time I hear the music, I just immediately think of Sun and Moon. And yeah, I'm sure someone else out there thinks that, or maybe it's just me. But anyways, just the music in general is really nice. The battle theme is pretty catchy. I enjoy it, and the boss fights. Overall, just a nice music to, hear when you're playing the game, and it definitely fits the vibe of the game, I would say, pretty well. Now on to the cons, which, starting off, it's the pacing of the game. The game's pacing is just really painful. Maybe it's just how Mario & Luigi works. I have not played that many Mario & Luigi games. I haven't played them all. I don't remember the pacing being this bad, but maybe it's just a Mario & Luigi thing. But the pacing just really hurts in this game for me. And it's not like the more you progress in the game, the more you just feel like you're doing the same thing over and over. It's like you just kind of want to get to the end already. And, it's just a bit of a drag and stuff. It just feels so slow at times, where you just want to completely just finish the game already. Sometimes when I play it, when that pacing gets slow during some parts, I just want to finish the game. I want to be done with it. But, there are good parts where the pacing is not bad, but there's just certain aspects and, certain times of the game where it can feel like a bit of a slow game, and, it's pretty annoying. This can technically fit in the pacing thing that I just talked about, but I think it's more of its own separate thing, but it does kind of have something to do with pacing in a way, and that would be the story. As much as I like the story, and I think it's a good idea, I like the concept, going to islands and stuff, defeating the bad guy, whatever, but the more you play, just like I said with the pacing, the more it just feels slow, because at the more of the end of the game, I guess you could say, or at least where I am, all you're really doing is just go to this island, and then connect it, and then do it again, another island, and then it kind of just continues, and then it's before you can progress, there's a bit of a filler thing that happens, this guy got kidnapped. I don't know, just an example. He got kidnapped, you gotta go save him or something, and then you can continue. It's just stuff like that. Feels a lot more like filler, and it doesn't really need to be there. The game is long enough, in my opinion, much longer than mainline Mario games, like Mario Wonder, which I know it's 2D and stuff, not an RPG, but still, I think it's just too long for what it is. Which is not a bad thing, but if it's just going to be filler and stuff that really doesn't matter that much, I'd rather it just end already. Now, this isn't really an overall con of the game. It's just one specific fight that really annoys me, and I don't understand why Nintendo added it. I think it was really, really stupid, and I didn't like it. So pretty much, spoilers, I guess, but it's nothing major. It doesn't really matter. Pretty much, during a certain point in the game, you have to fight this group of Goombas, but the gimmick about fighting these, 5 or so Goombas, is that if you don't kill them all in one attack, then another one will show up pretty much. So if you just kill one Goomba out of the 5, then another one will show up. Maybe even 2, even though you only killed 1. So pretty much what you have to do is individually lower their health, maybe do a small attack that won't do too much damage. So then at the end, you can use one of those special moves and just completely wipe the floor with them and kill them all in one go. Sounds pretty simple, but to be honest, it's harder than you might think. At least for me. Maybe I just suck. But it took me probably a good 25 minutes to do that. Because even after you defeat the Goombas, you have to do the same thing with flying Koopas. And the same amount, 5 or so, same gimmick, blah blah blah. So you have to do it again pretty much with arguably harder enemies. So it can take you at least 30 minutes, I would say. At least in my experience. Maybe I'm just bad at it, but I struggled on it for some reason. Maybe more than I should have. Maybe I was just playing bad. But yeah, I don't know. It was just bad. It's not a problem with the game, because it's this one-time special thing as far as I know, but it just bothered me, and I kind of wanted to complain about it. This is a small con that really does not affect the game at all, but the naming for some of these islands kind of sucks. There's literally an island called All Sand Island and a lot of Coins Island, and they're just 2 words put together sometimes. You got Heat Freeze Island. It's just 2 words put together. I know that they could have come up with more actual decent island names. I don't know, just some of them just sound so stupid. I mean, they're fine. It doesn't matter. It's just islands are gonna be after 30 minutes, and then you continue in the game. But it's come on. I would prefer better names. I think some of them are pretty good, like Ship Shape, Twisty. It's a fun idea, I guess. But some of them were just 2 words put together, I think, just kind of lame in that sense. I mean, pretty sure you come up with something more creative instead of just 2 words put together all in sand because it's a desert. Really? This last con is not really a con. You just have to kind of be aware and read what the game tells you. Because when side quests are introduced in the game, it tells you that some side quests are only available for a certain amount of time. And if you progress in the story too much, well, that side quest, you can't do it anymore. If you end up missing a side quest like that, you can't 100% the game. It does warn you, it says completionist, beware. So, you have to do the ones that only are limited time, because if you miss it, boom, you can't 100% the game anymore, which kind of sucks, but I do understand. It's not really a con, because of course, there's an easy way to avoid it. Just pay attention. I didn't, and that's my bad, but I wasn't going to 100% the game anyways. But, if I did, that would kind of suck. I feel like they should maybe make it a bit more obvious, but maybe that's just me. I don't really mind. I think they did a fine job warning it, but I don't know. Just having only some side quests be available during the story, I feel like, why not just make side quests that won't interfere with the story at all? And just, so people don't have to worry about that in case they did not pay attention. And that's all I really have to say about the game. Since I'm pretty close to finishing it, I checked how much longer I have. I looked at a playthrough, because I don't really care for spoilers about this game. I'm almost pretty much done with it, so I thought I might as well make a video about it already. I've been really wanting to talk about some of this stuff, and I don't feel like waiting anymore. I'm kind of impatient. I just want to make a video about it, because I just, I have all these opinions. I want to get them out there, because I like making videos like these. So, yeah, that's all I really have to say. And, some of these cons might just be me being a little petty. I don't know. Most of the game doesn't really bother me. I think it's a decent game. I think it's good. I'm so happy that they brought Mario and Luigi back. And I think you should play it. I do recommend it. But, I mean, hey, if these are some things like the cons I listed, or if that's stuff you really don't like pacing and being slow, then maybe don't get it. But, yeah, overall, I think it's a good game. I think a lot of people will enjoy it. And I'm hoping that it'll be a permanent franchise. So, the new company that's developing this game, I forgot the name, but I know it's not Alpha Dream. I think plenty of Alpha Dream workers did help on the game, though, that work in the new company. I mean, I think that this is a step in the right direction, and they can learn from the criticism of this game and make something even better. And the next game, who knows, could be the best Mario and Luigi game in the series. That's if they, make it a franchise again. Hopefully they do, because Paper Mario being the only RPG, kind of sad, But I'm pretty hopeful. But yeah, that's all, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.